All right. It's a typical summer day in Alaska. It's probably mid to high 50s. It's been raining all day. But you know, I just got done with a 4-mile walk. I like to walk, rain or shine, doesn't matter. Just got to get bundled up a little bit, put some clothes on, put a rain jacket on, whatever, and get out here and walk. What I also like to do, though, on days like this is like to warm up the sauna. It's actually kind of funny because a lot of my family lives in Finland. I of course was born in the U.S. and stuff, but I got a lot of family there. I've been there a few times, and I got a buddy in Florida that's always like, "Hey, if you ever make a sauna video, are you gonna say sauna instead of sauna?" I'm like, "Of course I'm gonna say sauna, because that's the motherland. That's how everybody says it." So, anyways, in Finland, everybody that I know, my family members and stuff, even if they have apartments, for the most part, has a sauna. They got a traditional water on rock. I've owned an infrared sauna before. Wasn't for me. I didn't like that type of heat. I'm an old school water on rock guy. A few years ago, I got divorced, and I really wanted to get either like a 4x6 or a 5x7 sauna. So a buddy of mine ordered one from a company in Canada. So I did some research on it, right? Well, the one that I wanted was going to cost about $8,000. The kit was like $6,000. It was going to cost like $1,000 to deliver. Then you got to put the thing together. Then you got to worry about electrical, all this stuff, right? Because I wanted one in my garage. So I decided, hey, I'm going to scour Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace and see if I can find anything that I can use. And I actually found a diamond in the rough, which I'm going to show you today. If you haven't already, if you'd consider subscribing to this channel, that would be awesome. I had a lot of great interactions with people on previous videos. Keep in mind too, I don't make these videos for clickbait or anything like that. The title is basically what the video is. I really enjoy making videos. I want to create a community where people can share ideas. These videos that I've done in the past on like saving money and stuff, I actually do that stuff. The camp video that I did, I actually am part owner of that camp. Like, these are like real deal things. So I appreciate it. And again, ultimately my goal is to create a community where we can share ideas and stuff like that. And without any further ado, let's take a look at the sauna. All right, so there he is. There's the sauna. So let's talk some backstory here. I paid $500 for this sauna. It came with a stove, came with a bench, and then basically just everything you see here. So $500 for the unit. I got it either off Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. Honestly, I don't remember which. The back kind of buckled a little bit. It's not a huge unit, as you can see. Go on this side real quick so you can see. So it's not humongous by any means. So the story on this was kind of cool though. So found it online, and it was on a guy's deck outside. The deck was covered though. And he's like, "Hey, if you're interested in it, I'll take it apart for you, and then you can come pick it up." I said, "Well, no, don't take it apart. Leave it together." So my goal was, hey, let me try to transport this in one piece. Let me just take the stove out of it and then take it home. So check this picture out. So I got it home in one piece. The back buckled a little bit here. And then I had to call my electrician to check the electrical on the stove and to also fish my electrical through the wall to the box. So I had that done professionally. I don't mess with the electrical stuff. I'm not an electrician, so I don't do that kind of stuff. So all said and done, the point is I got $1,000 into this thing. Door kind of sticks a little bit. Okay, so here it is. I learned that one catch to this sauna was that if I put too much water on it, the rocks can't keep up. So some of it drips on the floor. So I got a little plastic container down there to catch some of that water. My apologies. Usually it's cleaner than this. The floor is linoleum. Super, super easy to clean. And you can see in here too that that's the bench. When I first tried it out, it of course was far too cool because the bench was down on the ground. So I thought, well, what's the cheapest way to be able to raise this bench? And you can see it. I spent 20 bucks. I got some concrete block and then a couple of these concrete slabs there. I don't know what else you would call them. And I raised the bench that way. You know how it goes. You know, heat rises. And so you want to have the bench a little higher up. So what I do is I throw a towel on that footrest and I throw a towel on the bench. It just makes cleanup a lot easier. Now, I don't know the brand of my stove. Like I said, it is, of course, water on rock. I don't know the brand name off the top of my head. It's not on the side of it. It's just got a couple of really like easy to use knobs on it. One's for heat, one's for the timer. The timer doesn't work like a traditional timer should. It, I don't know, it's broke, long story short. And so I have to turn it past a certain point on here until it clicks off and then turn it back the other way. And that keeps it on for a longer period of time. I've had this on for about a half an hour and it's already pretty warm. That's usually about how long it takes, half an hour, 35 minutes. So I'll take a second here and demonstrate this for you. Here's the view from on top of the bench. I'm 6'4", so there's not a ton of like clearance here between me and the stove. So you kind of got to be a little careful. You could probably see it here. Yep, you can see it right there. I have some larger cracks between some of these seams, which actually helps quite a bit with air ventilation in here. That's really keeping things positive, right? There is pretty good ventilation in here. And the other thing is, this is what I use for my water to put on the rocks. Yes, I know that's probably a little bit over the top cheap. Could probably upgrade to a traditional like Finnish bucket and a little scooper. I like sometimes when I go to the Upper Peninsula to go to a place that's called Touch of Finland. They got some of those things there. Yeah, I know I need to upgrade that. But just to demonstrate a little bit here. Heats up really nice. Works really well. With that amount of water, doesn't typically drip down into a little basin underneath. But you know, it's just a nice little sauna. Would I prefer the 5x7, the 4x6? Yeah. But you know, this one will do. I do have a light in here too also. That works. So one of the keys for me has just been contentment, you know. This sauna will do for now. At some point, like I said, I want to get one that's bigger. For now, this will do. Again, guys, if you haven't already, if you'd consider subscribing to the channel, that would be great. And I'll see you in the next one.